Hi, it's Emma Nørgaard and this is my foundation routine. This foundation routine is really good if you want full coverage and if you want something to cover up your acne. If you have acne like I do, this is good for oily skin. Okay, so this is my face without any makeup on. Most of it is old blemishes that have turned into acne scars. My T-zone is pretty good. Like my forehead is pretty good, and my nose is pretty good, and my chin is pretty good. I have dark circles also, as you can see. They're not so bad right now. They're worse if I don't sleep. If I don't sleep enough, they get worse. This right here is because I ran my head into a brick wall, and it hurt like hell. I have tried a lot of different things. I tried almost everything to make my acne go away. I tried just not wearing makeup and just doing skincare every morning and every night, and I tried not wearing makeup and not doing any skincare, just leaving my skin. I tried all different types of skincare brands, La Roche, Posay, Vichy, Ole Henriksen, things for oily skin and things for acne, masks, scrubs, and I tried cleansers and toners and moisturizers. It still is like this. I have been to my doctor, and he first tried birth control pills because they should help if you have acne. It didn't help me, so then I got to a skin specialist, and he gave me some antibiotics. I tried the first brand of antibiotics, they didn't help, and now I'm trying a different brand and they aren't helping either. And with the antibiotics, I have to take them with a meal, but not with any milk products. I really only have one option left, and it's some other kind of medicine. There's a lot of side effects with that medicine, like the skin gets really sensitive to the sun, and it can possibly cause depression, which I'm really not interested in. I only have acne on my face, acne anywhere else. I don't get it on my neck, I don't get it on my chest, I don't get it on my back. I do go out without any makeup on every now and then. I use a lot of products, but I don't use that much of them, so it doesn't look too heavy and cakey. First of all, I have cleansed, and then I have used a spray. It's like a toner, but it's not very harsh. It's basically just water with minerals in it. Then I applied my moisturizer. I used one from La Roche Posay, and then I used an eye cream. I haven't used anything on my acne, like an acne treatment or something. I use an acne gel. I use that at night because it does make your skin more sensitive to the sun. And apply sunscreen, which I always do, and then lip balm, because the antibiotics, it does dry out your skin. So the first step is I use my green concealer. This is also by La Roche Posay, and it's a twist up pen. I always apply it on the back of my hand. I never apply it straight from this brush onto the acne, because it will just spread bacteria, and then you will have bacteria on your concealer. I have my green concealer here, and I'm just going to apply it to my acne. And I just use my ring finger and I kind of stipple it on. And in case you didn't know, the green neutralizes the red. Okay, so you can still see kind of the green tint, but I'm going to apply foundation over this. Okay, so that's all the green concealer that I used. I used Maybelline's Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet. This is in the color 20, and it's a bit too dark for me because I'm matching it up to my neck. My face is a little bit darker than my neck, so I mixed in the Stargazer white liquid foundation. This bowl has to be shaken before each use. I mix them on the back of my hand. I take about that much of the Makeup Forever foundation, and then I take that much of the Stargazer foundation. I mix about 60% of this foundation and 40% of this one, and I just like to use my hands to apply the foundation with. I always use clean hands. But I like to use my hands because I feel like I can control it better. So I'm starting on my cheeks. You just want to start wherever you have the most to cover, and for me that's around my cheeks. And I always apply a little bit down my neck too, just to match it and not have it look so much like a mask. And I'm just going to apply a second layer on top of my acne. You can see I'm darker around the eyes because I haven't used anything around my eyes. I normally wear a primer, like a nude primer on my eyelid, and then I wear concealer and highlighter underneath here, but I don't like to apply the foundation underneath my eyes or on top here because it's just going to crease. It's just going to be a lot of products, and more products you put on, the more likely it is to crease. So now I'm going to apply my highlighter, and I use the YSL one, the Touche Éclat. I use the one in number 1. At first I shake it, and then I take the cap off and I push 2 times and just apply it underneath my eyes and a little bit around my nose, and then I click again and I apply it around here, around my mouth. And this pen I'm not using on top of my acne, so I do go straight from the pen, and again I just use my fingers. And when I'm going to blend out the highlighter underneath my eyes, I always like to look up into a mirror. It's just easier to get to it this way. So now it looks a lot better. So the other eye. Okay, so that really brightened up my face. Now I'm going to give it an extra bit of coverage with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer with SPF 35, and my color is NC 15. I go with my finger, my ring finger again. And the way I apply my concealer is I apply it to the part I want to cover, and then I just stipple it on like this, and I blend out the edges. And I also just apply a little bit underneath my eyes. Okay, so before I powder, I like to apply my primer MAC paint in Untitled. It looks like this, and I just apply it on top of each of my eyelids. You can see the difference. This just looks much brighter. And this is a cream eyeshadow, but it sets to like a powder finish, and it doesn't crease. In the winter months, then I can use just a bit of the foundation or the concealer on top of my eyelids and then set it with powder. And then I can apply my shadow on top of that. And then that will also kind of neutralize my eyelid color. but in the summer month it's going to like crease. As you can see underneath my eyes, I get these creases. My concealer has already started to crease. I take my MAC Fix Plus and I just spray it onto a Q-tip. So now I'm going to powder. I take a small blending eyeshadow brush. This one is from e.l.f. I take my translucent powder from Rimmel. This is the Stay Matte powder, and I just take some of this and then apply it underneath my eyes to set my concealer. Now that I have this, my under eye concealer set, I'm just going to set the rest of my makeup with the same powder, and I'm using e.l.f. Studio Powder Brush. It's a flat top brush, and this packs on the product really well. And I'm starting out here again, like I did with my foundation. And then for a last bit of coverage to this look, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. It's a powder foundation, and I use the color NW15. This time I'm using the NW, the more pinky undertone, because my skin is not just completely yellow. It also has some red and pink undertones in it. And I'm just using the same powder brush, and I'm applying this on top where I need some extra coverage. And I also go over my ears. Okay, just like that. Now matches a lot better with my neck, and the acne is not very visible anymore. And my dark circles are not as prominent. But now my face is really flat. It has like no kind of shading, it has no color. So the next step is, of course, to bring some color back into the face. I like to use the e.l.f. Studio Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. Angle Blush Brush, and I'm going to take some of this color. You can see it's really dark, so if you're kind of a fair skin tone like I am, you can still use it, but you have to be kind of careful with it. And this can be used up to like a pretty medium complexion. If you're darker, then I know e.l.f. has another one of these which is even darker that you can try. Okay, so I like to contour my cheekbones, and I kind of know where they are because I'm so used to doing this. But it kind of goes from your ear and down to your mouth. Some people like to do like the fish face, but for me that doesn't work. I think that only works if you have like really prominent cheekbones, and then you can already see your cheekbones. So I don't know what the point of that really is. But if it works for you, that's good. You can also feel your cheekbones. But if you don't know where to start, just go from your ear down towards your lips. Just like that. You can see it's really just a harsh line right now. It doesn't look like contour, it just looks like a big stripe. But then blend it out. Wipe off your brush and blend it out. Take a big powder brush. This one is the e.l.f. Studio Complexion Brush. And take some of your powder and go over. See how it now looks more like a prominent cheekbone, and not so much like a harsh line. I'm going to blend it, and then I'm going to take my powder brush and my powder foundation and blend it some more. And you can also contour around your hairline, especially if you have kind of a bigger forehead. I have a quite small forehead. Take some more and start shading. And again, blend it out. I also like to contour my nose. I like to use this small fan brush. This is the e.l.f. Studio fan brush. And I just go down each side of my nose. And then blend it out. And again, of course, the powder foundation and blending it out. And here's this blush. This is actually my favorite blush. I love this blush because it's a really nice color for me, and it also blends really easily. And just remember to tap off the excess so you don't get too much on. And then smile. And I like to go from around the apple right here and then upwards and kind of into the bronzer, the contour. Again, blend it out. I'm just going to use this Milani Big Bronzer in 04 Glow, and I'm going to use e.l.f. Professional Bronzing Brush. Just take a bit of this bronzer and apply it on top of my cheekbones. Just going to brush out my eyebrows to get all of the foundation and the powders out of them, and I'm just using a toothbrush and a not used one. Then you can go on to the rest of your makeup. This is the finished result. So this is how it looks now. Really like it. And it matches the rest of my body, and it looks nice. And I take my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation with me. It has it has a mirror, and then it has a little compartment underneath with a sponge to touch up, because I do get oily. So if you like this video, thumbs it up and subscribe. And if you have any questions, then you can leave it in the just leave it in the comment section below, or you can email me, or you can send a message through YouTube, and I'll try to help you. Bye bye.